has always struck me as curious that philosophers and clerics see creation as an act of a dominant God, creating life forms and other chemical beings as a potter makes and breaks his figurines, vessels, whatever he fancies according to his needs. We have here an ongoing cycle of a God who either likes or disapproves of his creations, whether these be great or small. In this mindset, we are totally subservient to our Creator, as is a child's Barbie doll or a teapot. The rift between Creator and created is total. We grovel or fight, we deny or believe, it is all the same. We are powerless as much as an ant that we can crush with a boot. Well, matriarchy does bring us realization of facts. All organic beings are born from the mother, whether from egg or womb. Love nourishes and cares for us. We are all children of the great Mother. We are, along with crystals and stars, a part of divinity, for we were born of divinity, the Mother in collaboration with Father, as we see in nature. The whole new age is becoming aware not of our sovereign Lord, the Sun, presiding over his planets, but of a huge matriarchal Nuit goddess of dark space, spangled with spirals of innumerable stars. These bring in the mysteries. Where do we come from? What are we? The secret mysteries of Isis were known to concern the story of Isis and the child, hence our own birth as a cosmos. Isis, seeking for her husband Osiris, was discovered seated by a well by the daughters of the local king and queen. They ran to tell their mother, Queen Astarte, who told them to bring the woman to her. This they did. The queen told this strange woman, whom she took for a homeless wanderer, that she had given birth to an heir to their kingdom, a little boy. She sought for a wet nurse to suckle the baby. This puts her in the position of a bad mother or a surrogate mother, but the people did that in those days. Isis, who had given birth to the god Horus, said that she could suckle the boy. She still had the milk. So she was entrusted with the task, so completely unknown. Here we begin to scent a mystery, for Isis was mother to the rising sun, Horus, the transformed Ra, when she had taken him into her starry body of the night and given birth to him at dawn. It's like our own continual incarnation, sleep and awakening, sleep and awakening. So she duly suckled the baby, but not with food. She gave him the essence of the hidden sun within her, and the child grew in strength, goodness, and beauty. But the Queen Astarte grew more and more suspicious of this transformation. So one night she hid herself to watch. To her horror, she saw the nurse light a supernatural fire with leaping flames, and she watched with terror as the nurse held the child within the flames. The queen sprang forth with a cry and seized her child, tore him from the flames, and held him to her. She accused the nurse of being an evil witch. Here we have the actual words translated from the mysteries. The supposed witch shot up to about 8 feet high and revealed herself as the goddess Isis. And she uttered these words, given to us through the Eleusinian mysteries as well, where Demeter's Isis. Wretched woman, you have done harm beyond repair. If you had let me, I would have made your son as the immortal gods. But now he shall be as other men, and suffer, and grow ill, and die. But those who would aspire to win my grace, I shall teach the mysteries. And so the mysteries of Isis taught for thousands of years. And these gave place to the Greek mysteries. Now the same myth was told. But what does all this mean? We immediately turn to Wales, to Ceridwen, who has a cauldron representing the womb of life. And in this cauldron there are 3 sacred drops. of inspiration, prophecy, and shape-shifting. The rest is poisonous. She has one beautiful son and one hideously ugly one, both supernatural beings, and she intended this for the ugly one to make him more acceptable. However, our human child, born of organic material, little Guion, was told to stir the pot. That he was given the menial task of doing this. But as he stirred while the goddess was absent, 3 drops landed on his tongue, and he became full of inspiration, prophecy, and shape-shifting, which he had to endure at great lengths until he was finally reborn through Ceridwen herself, through her very body, as the great poet and sage Taliesin of the southern, who came from the southern stars to, as it were, ignite and become little Guion in incarnation. So how do men relate to women, and how do daughters relate to mothers, and how do mothers deal with their children? I think the secret is that Isis allowed the little boy to be free of her, allowing the mother to free him, so he could go and study the mysteries with hard work, not through grace. The same with Ceridwen. She allowed little Guion to have the inspiration because she accepted him, and he became a great sage. So the secret of dealing with our creator, Mother Goddess, as we do in our dungeon, now Cave of the Mothers in the Temple of Isis. It was an old dungeon, actually. It's the only dungeon people queue up to get in because it represents our initiation mysteries. You go in, you go through the process of death by surrendering what is irrelevant to you, which is bad. Throw off the dead parts of you, and you emerge reborn. And the mother would have us turn her back to us. The best way to teach a child to walk is not to stand in front of him calling him to you, but to stand behind him. The Mother Goddess teaches us like that. And these are the mysteries, particularly of birth and death, and our relation to the goddess. And it certainly involves the realm of magic,